Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for the second installment of the Penguins vs. Possums Issue 5 process videos. In this episode, we'll be looking at page 4 of Issue 5. It takes place primarily in the Hall of Elders, which is where the possums get most of their prophecies from. You'll notice in this episode I'm working off of blue pencils. That's how I usually do it. For the previous video I was working off of a rough layout, which I was able to do for the majority of this issue, but normally I would have some blue pencils down. This page happened to change a lot between initial layout and final layout, so that's why I had to make sure I did those blue pencils. So as you may have seen right there, I just did a move on that flashlight that Felicia is holding. That's something I really love about working digitally, is where it's something like that where I just didn't make her arm long enough, and in a minute I'm going to fix this sleeve because I just didn't like the way that it looked. You can do things like that, like extend somebody's arm or change the entire outline of a sleeve, and you're able to do it really quickly when you're working digitally. So in this issue we have a couple of human characters that are focused on quite a bit more than we have had in any previous issue. These two characters here are Felicia and CJ. Felicia is an archaeologist, and she's been following all the clues that have been left behind regarding penguins versus possums and their battle and the entire sort of war that's been going on. And she's really been tenacious about trying to figure out what the secrets are. CJ is her partner, and he'll play a larger role as things go along. One way to look at these two is sort of a Mulder and Scully types. Felicia is definitely the Mulder, and CJ is the Scully. In fact, Felicia's full name is Felicia Martinez, and those initials FM are a tribute to Fox Mulder. CJ, on the other hand, his initials are a tribute to Casey Jones. As you may have seen, Felicia has a leather jacket. She's an archaeologist, and that's our tribute to the greatest archaeologist of all time, Indiana Jones. And she has these cargo pants that nobody else will probably get, but for us, that's a tribute to April O'Neil, because Felicia's sort of our April in this story. CJ just has Wolverine's jacket and Mark Ruffalo's face, if I did my job right. In this scene, Felicia is showing CJ all of the amazing things that she has found when she fell through the ceiling and landed in this possum cavern. And we, as the audience, are sort of CJ seeing all of these things for the first time as she explains them to us. And that's a pretty amazing 5 o'clock shadow that CJ's got going on. This is an incredibly important scene because this is the first time everything's really starting to come together for Felicia, and now she's introducing yet another human into this by bringing CJ down here. It's also the first time that humans have really seen concrete evidence of this war that's been going on. Previously, it's all been sort of either whispers or rumors or people questioning if they even saw that. Okay, what happens right here is pretty awesome. I had drawn her face, and she was looking off to the side, and it was basically physically impossible. Her ear was so far from her nose. And so, luckily, working digitally, I was able to move her face, basically rotate her face around. The proportions made much more sense, and I like the way this looks way better than whatever I was trying to do by turning her face in the other direction. But I think it actually makes for a more dynamic picture anyway, because she's inviting CJ into this and, still looking at him, but it conveys a little bit about her where she doesn't even need to look where she's going. She's so excited about this. That's going to do it for this time. Be sure to check out penguinsvspossums.com and fanboycomics.net.